Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass.
Alright, folks. These chicks were given to me by a friend of mine who owns chicken houses. He just got a shipment in today. A couple of days ago. They're a week or two old. Their feathers are just starting to form right there. And we'll show you the little setup we got here. This is pine shavings. You do not want to use cedar. The chicks are allergic to cedar. Use pine shavings. And they're all being real still and quiet because I had the light off for a little bit, letting them kind of relax and give them some downtime. And that's why they're all over here away from the light. So I just cut it back on. Little waterer, $5. This feeder was, I think, $8. And the tote, I think, was $8. That's 16, and 5 is 21. And then the lamp, which is just a clip-on lamp from Walmart, was $8. So you're looking about $30 for this setup right here. And you can put more chicks in here. The reason why I'm not is because there are so many. They're going to get bigger, they're going to grow, because this is chick starter feed that's in there. I don't want to overcrowd them. And basically you just sprinkle about a 1/4 inch of pine shavings on the bottom and let them go at it. And once you get done with that, once they start growing and everything, and it starts to smell a little bit, which, they will, they're animals, just throw some more on top of it. Don't worry about cleaning, just throw more pine shavings on there, about another 1/4 inch or so, enough to, cover all the poop and everything. And by the time they have the feathers, which they should in 3 or 4 weeks, clean it out. And we'll go out in the chicken coop with the rest of my chickens. So, a pretty easy setup. It's really not that difficult. Leave a light on. It's pretty close. So they get, it's got enough room in it to where the light's over there, and see, it's darker over here than it is over there. And if they get cold, they'll wander close to the light. And as you can tell, the water's away from the light, so they know where it's at. And when you start it, you want to grab the chick, secure their wings, because you don't want them to flap around, because they could injure themselves. And you want to take your finger right over the top of their head. You grab them like that with your finger over the top of their head, and just dunk the tip of their beak in the water. And the reason why you do that is so they know, okay, that's water. And the feeder, you do the same way, kind of dunk their head in it. Okay, they know that's feed. Yeah, they've been taking a nap and they're stretching. Oh, goodness. They're going to get at them. Now, they will suffocate each other. So if you keep it too cold, they will, if you have a lot of them, they'll cluster together in one corner and, suffocate a chick or two. And if they get too hot, you'll kill them. So that's why I go with this setup. It's only a 40-watt light bulb. It's pretty close, as you can tell. So it throws off a good bit of heat. So if they get too hot, they can wander over on this side, and it's not as bad. And if they get too cold, they'll cluster up under that light and stay warm. If you listen, you might can hear them. I don't know. But if you can hear that, that's the way you want your chicks to sound. You can tell a distressed chick, because if I don't know if you heard that. She made a different tone. It was more of a, help, help, what's going on? Whereas right now they're all chirping and happy and like, oh, food, it's time to eat. Expect, if you watched any of my previous videos on this, expect when you incubate your chickens, expect, a few of them not to hatch. And when your chicks, up until 8 weeks, expect, I think it's 20% of them to die. So you want to keep that in mind, and if you have little kids, try not to let them get too attached to them, because I mean it can be pretty sad. But these are, in case you were wondering, these are broilers from Chicken House. Which, hey, you don't need to be up there. Get out, get out. You're pooping your food. These are broilers, and I guess they're hybrids. I don't know. But I'm not going to feed them the high protein diet that Chicken Houses feed them. I'm just going to go with regular chick starter, and once they get old, I'll put them out in the pen and let them free range basically, and then throw them table scraps, like, no meat, no dairy, for God's sakes, no eggshells, because once they get a taste for eggshells, they'll eat their own eggs. Now, I've heard that if you toast eggshells and crush them, that it replenishes calcium in their diet, and they can they'll won't get a taste for them because they're toasted. I ain't worried about that. I'm just going, you know what? I'm gonna let them do their own thing. Oh, don't do that. Might need to put a guard on there because he just jumped. She's jumping too. Hey, don't be doing that now. You get burned. It'll hurt. Might have to put see if I can raise it up a little bit. Yeah, you must be a little chilly. Been laying down against them wood shavings, kind of insulate the bottom too. But basically, if one of them, get out. If one of them dies, just, get it out as quickly as possible. You don't have to worry about sanitizing it until after your baby chicks are old enough to get out. But once you do get them out, definitely take everything out, sanitize everything for your next batch. Because if you don't, you may spread diseases, avian flu and stuff like that. And Coxsackie, I think is what it's called. It's pretty common with chicks. That's about all I got. Any questions or comments? I'll try to answer them for you, and just keep you updated. Any questions or comments, you know where to leave them. And as always, see you on the next one.